that. Time I was dying and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make off with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breathe on with the gang now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kinda drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing to the hill. We just slip on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We just slip on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Here we go, D.
Lefty.
Here I come again. Check 31.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And right side, Henry's got it. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On play action, it's Wentz. Henry's got it out on the left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up a third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line.
He's tackled.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here. And a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
There's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
2nd and 11. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. I'm here all day.
Shift. 82.
Wentz now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there on a Falcon 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
The tackle made.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now they try the right side here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th.
Hunter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down.
In punt formation for the Falcons.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25-yard line.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A throw left side to start out, that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. That catch good for only a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
On the play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Falcons from 19 yards away as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Makes the score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
5-yard line.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He's brought down by
pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Looking deep for Adams. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. He's going to find a man here. It's complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
To throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
First down.
Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
54, right there, 54, Mike.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw again. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
First down, Atlanta.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
To the ground and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And his kick here is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this carries into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. They're going to look to throw. They'll roll him out right. This one caught by Ridley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
First down, Atlanta.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Forced out to him, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. They fake the give. Now Wentz on the move to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Check, 45's the mic. Here we go. 45's the mic. Watch the back.
Wentz going to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
57's the mark. Watch 57. Stop that,
And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 13. It's a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
49-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Incomplete. A.J. Terrell.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Now a handoff looking right. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Eagles, nothing.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Pierce.
Complete.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
That goes for a gain of 31. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
He's brought down.
Well, I think after that run, the defense gets back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down and 4. Wentz. This complete to Henry over the middle. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
It's 3rd.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wins. And no, it's incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now they try the right side here. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Bgdean Jones, the linebacker. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for number 80.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And his kick is indeed good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wentz now to throw. And he floated one out there incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Wentz now on first down. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
45, Mike, 45.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Bgdean Jones, the linebacker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 38. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
The 42-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 11. That is now 7. 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Davion Taylor there to bring him down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He'll buy some time right. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 47.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And the kick is good, so they avoid the shutout. But still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points, and this game is over. Well, this one provided some good drama down to the very end. That last kickoff return. For a moment, thought he might break it, but in the end, they get the tackle and stop the drama.
You were starting to have more fun, weren't you? You were starting to stand up. Yeah, you were into that one. Who knew? We thought maybe it might get that miracle finish that they were looking for. Didn't quite get it done.
So for the Falcons, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice.